Shehzad Poonawalla, you've heard from Supriya Shrinate. Why is it that words which seem, according to the opposition, to define their criticism of the government are the words that are being expunged? That suggests that the government is protesting too much.
You know, Rajdeep, first of all, I sympathize with you that you have to deal with this fact-free allegation making all by yourself tonight. But having said that, Rajdeep, let me put some of the ideas in context. There is no word ban. This is a list of expunged phrases or words which are being expunged in various assemblies across the country or in the parliament. And by the way, this exercise has been done from many years. In fact, the word corruption was expunged in the year 2011, 2012. You had corrupt being expunged in 1966, Ayogya being expunged in 1966. But that doesn't mean nobody has been able to say Ayogya in parliament ever since. It means that in a particular context, that word was expunged because of the connotations it carried in that reference. It doesn't mean there's a ban on the use of the word. And therefore, the fact-free argument that Supriya and the Congress party masters it should A, be avoided. Secondly, my limited point is, why would we do this, Rajdeep? Even the word Bal Buddhi is apparently banned. Now, please understand, if Bal Buddhi can't be used, what will we say in parliament about some of the leaders there? So, you know, I'm saying it on a lighter note. This is not being done to ban any words. This is a list of words that have been expunged by assemblies.
So,
Lollipop has been
so
expunged by Punjab
if the opposition says this is a dictatorial government, this is a government of Tana Shahs, you have no problem with that?
Rajdeep, isn't it a bit rich by those who imposed the emergency, those who banned Kishore Kumar, those who put K.K. Chitare in jail for over a month, those who broke Kangana Ranaut's house, those who arrested journalists, those who put sedition charges on journalists in Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra, to come out and talk to us about emergency mindset? I mean, Rajdeep, I would rather have the Satan teaching us scriptures than Supriya preaching me about emergency mindset.
So you're saying you have no problem with the use of the words. You're more than willing to debate with the opposition. Am I correct?
Rajdeep, let me put it this way. Supposing tomorrow somebody was to get up and say, in context of some of the leaders and their allegations, that these are all unheard allegations. Now, that word has been expunged in Rajasthan Assembly. It doesn't mean that there's a ban on the use of it in Parliament. Certainly not. There is no problem. There's no word ban. This is an expulsion list. These are a list of words that have been expunged, and that's all it is.
You know, therefore, Supriya Shrinate, let's see what happens. You know, it seems at the moment that the opposition, as I said at the outset, jumped the gun. The opposition thought this is again Modi ji behaving like a dictator, behaving like a Tana Shah, and immediately said gag order. Now, as Shehzad Poonawalla says, we're willing to have a debate on all these terms. We're ready to debate the government's track record versus the opposition's track record. Emergency in Indira years versus Modi. Be ready for it. We are ready.
So, Jumla Juvi, Tanasha, Vinash Purush, ashamed, hypocritical, कायर, जब ये शब्द सुनते हैं लोग तो किसकी चेहरे की तस्वीर आती है? जिसकी चेहरे की तस्वीर आती है उसी के कारण ये वर्ड एक्सपेंज किए जा रहे हैं. I will only give you an example of what this government is capable of doing and why this is happening. They said demonetization, demonetization, demonetization. We raised the issue of corruption, how people were exchanging notes, which is why corrupt has been banned. They kept talking about 2 करोड़ नौकरियां हर महीने, हर साल. हमने कहा ये जुमला है तो जुमला बैन हो गया. 15 लाख सबके अकाउंट में डालूंगा, धोखा था तो धोखा बैन हो गया. किसान अग्निपथ को बात करते हैं, अहंकार और तानाशाह का तो तानाशाह बैन हो गया. What about the Prime Minister himself? He says ये परजीवी हैं, ये आंदोलन जीवी हैं. Is this the language the Prime Minister should be using in the floor of the House? And let's not talk about the debate. The Prime Minister runs away from a debate each time. Okay. The reality is that discourse, dissent, debate has died a silent and a very violent death in this government. Let us also please remember that standing committees no longer review bills. Bills are coming through the ordinance route. What are they talking about? They don't even respect traditions of democracy in this country, and they are going to sit on their moral high pulpit and teach me laws of emergency or not. There is an unsaid emergency in this country with every institution prosecuting before the government.
Okay, final word from you therefore, Shehzad Poonawalla. You've got to walk the talk and be ready to debate with the opposition. There's a sense that Parliament has ceased to be a free and fair forum for debate. Let him now respond. Please go ahead, Shehzad Poonawalla.
Rajdeep, yes. First of all, I hope they stop creating violence and hangama in Parliament. We saw what scenes had erupted on the last day of one of the sessions, and we've also seen how they misuse the powers while they were in power in MVA in Maharashtra, and they suspended 12 of our MLAs, and then it was revoked by the... Rajdeep, can you please, I'm on a phone line, Rajdeep, can I please have, look who's the intolerant.
Let him complete. No, ma'am, let him complete. He did not intervene with you.
Should and should not do.
He didn't intervene. Finish off, Shehzad.
Rajdeep, you remember when these people suspended 12 of our MLAs in Maharashtra, the Supreme Court came hard on them. So, I don't need to, first of all, get into this debate about who short-circuits parliamentary procedures, who short-circuited them for 10 years in UPA, how bills were passed during the UPA period. Let's not get into that. The point that I'm trying to make is, Rajdeep, let's assume this word was a banned word. Are they going to stop saying it on TV and social media? Why would somebody ban it in the age of digital media? This is a list of words that have been expunged by various assemblies. It gets compiled every year. There's an entire book.
No, Supriya, that's unfair.
Okay. And we will call you Vinash Purush.